Skylar and the Rooftop Adventures. In a bustling city where tall skyscrapers stretched into the clouds and the streets below hummed with life, there lived a boy named Skylar. Unlike most kids, Skylar wasn't interested in video games or cartoons. His favorite thing to do was climb up to the rooftops of the city, where he could see the stars and dream about flying. Skylar lived in a small apartment with his mom, who worked late at a bakery, and his little sister, Ella, who adored him. Skylar loved telling Ella bedtime stories about adventures in the sky. But what Ella didn't know was that Skylar believed those adventures were real because he'd been on them. One cool evening, while Ella was fast asleep, Skylar climbed out of the fire escape and onto their building's rooftop. It was his favorite spot to think and watch the blinking city lights. But tonight felt different. As he looked up, he noticed a boy about his age standing on the next rooftop over. The boy wore bright sneakers that glowed faintly in the dark and had a mischievous grin. "Hey, you," the boy called out. "What are you doing up here?" Skylar blinked. "Who are you?" "I'm Jet," the boy said, hopping effortlessly across to Skylar's rooftop. "I hang out up here. It's way better than being stuck down there. You can see the whole world if you climb high enough." Skylar nodded. "I know. That's why I come up here too." Jet's grin widened. "Wanna see something even cooler?" Before Skylar could answer, Jet tossed him a shimmering silver scarf. "Put this on and follow me," he said, sprinting to the edge of the roof. Skylar hesitated, but curiosity got the better of him. He wrapped the scarf around his neck and ran after Jet. To his amazement, when Jet leaped off the roof, he didn't fall, he soared. "Come on," Jet shouted. "Trust the scarf." With a deep breath, Skylar took a running jump, and he was flying. The wind whipped past his face as he soared above the city. The lights below twinkled like stars, and for the first time, Skylar felt truly free. Jet led Skylar to a hidden rooftop playground called Sky Park. It was unlike anything Skylar had ever seen. There were swings made of glowing vines, slides that spiraled into fluffy clouds, and a trampoline that bounced kids so high they almost touched the stars. "Who are all these kids?" Skylar asked, noticing children laughing and playing all around. "They're like you," Jet explained. "Kids who want more than the boring city life down below. Up here, you can do anything." Skylar was enchanted. He played on the glowing swings, raced Jet on sky paths, and even slid down a rainbow-colored slide. Time seemed to stop, and he forgot all about the world below. The next morning, Skylar was back home, but he couldn't stop thinking about Sky Park. That night, as he climbed back to the roof, Ella caught him. "Where are you going?" she asked, rubbing her eyes. "Nowhere," Skylar said quickly. But Ella wasn't fooled. "I want to come too." Skylar hesitated. "It's not for little kids." Ella crossed her arms. "I'm not little. I'm 6. Skylar sighed. "Fine, but you have to keep up." He helped Ella climb to the roof and wrapped her in his scarf. When Jet appeared, he raised an eyebrow. "She's coming." "She wouldn't stay behind," Skylar said. Jet shrugged. "All right, but you're responsible for her." To Ella's delight, she and Skylar soared into the sky. When they reached Sky Park, Ella's face lit up. "This is amazing," she squealed, running toward the glowing swings. Skylar smiled, watching Ella play. But as the night went on, he started to notice something odd. Some of the kids in Sky Park didn't seem happy. A girl sat on the edge of a cloud, looking down at the city with a sad expression. A boy lay on the trampoline, staring at the stars instead of bouncing. "What's wrong with them?" Skylar asked Jet. Jet shrugged. "Sometimes kids get homesick. But they'll get over it." As Skylar was about to check on the girl, the sky darkened. A chilly wind blew through the park, and a group of shadowy figures appeared. They were tall, cloaked beings with glowing red eyes, and they moved silently, like smoke. "Who are they?" Skylar whispered. "Shadow thieves," Jet said, his tone serious. They try to take kids who stay in Sky Park too long. Skylar's stomach churned. Take them where? Nobody knows, Jet replied. But we don't let it happen. The shadow thieves moved toward the sad-looking children, their cloaks billowing. Skylar grabbed Ella's hand. We have to go. Jet stepped in front of them. Don't run. We fight them. Fight them? Skylar said, panicking. We're just kids. Not here, Jet said. In Sky Park, we're stronger than we think. Jet threw a bright ball of light at one of the shadow thieves, making it dissolve into mist. Skylar didn't have a glowing weapon, but he remembered the scarf around his neck. He grabbed the ends and swung it like a lasso, surprising a shadow that was reaching for Ella. It disappeared in a puff of smoke. Nice move, Jet called, grinning. With teamwork, the kids drove the shadows away. When the last one disappeared, the sky brightened again and the park felt safe. After the fight, Skylar sat with Ella on a cloud bench. That was scary, she said, clutching his arm. I know, Skylar said. Maybe we shouldn't stay here too long. Jet overheard and frowned. Why would you leave? Down there, it's boring. Up here, you can do anything. Skylar thought about it. Sky Park was amazing, but he remembered the sad kids and the shadows. It's fun, he said, but it's not real life. We have people who care about us down there. Jet shrugged. Suit yourself. But if you leave, you can't come back. Skylar looked at Ella, who was holding his hand tightly. It's time to go, he said. Skylar and Ella flew back to their rooftop, leaving the shimmering scarves behind. As they climbed through the window, they heard their mom's voice. You two are up late. What were you doing? Just looking at the stars, Skylar said, smiling at Ella. That night, as Skylar tucked Ella into bed, she whispered, Will we ever go back to Sky Park? Maybe, Skylar said. But for now, let's have our adventures here. Skylar realized that while dreaming big and exploring the unknown was exciting, home was where he truly belonged. And sometimes, the best adventures were the ones you shared with your family. The end. If you're having fun with our stories, we'd love for you to join us for more. Just click subscribe and come along on every new adventure. Until next time. Bye-bye.